All right, we're going to go on to our weekly feature here tonight on Sunday Live. The country's drought situation worsening by the day. The national government estimates that 4.35 million people are in dire need of food aid. Devolved units, on the other hand, are individually pushing for aid to cushion hundreds of thousands from starvation. Now, in Turkana County, over 500,000 people have been affected by the ravaging drought, despite having one of the largest fish-producing lakes in the country. So, where is the disconnect that prevents the utilization of the natural resource, from which exports of an average 6,000 tons of fish annually are generated? Our very own Otieno visited the county to examine the disconnect. Now brings us the two sides of a coin.
As the sun rays kiss the surface of Lake Turkana, Naterai village slowly awakens. This is Turkana town in Turkana Central Sub-County, home to 28,000 people. The mainstay for the community here is fishing. 300 kilometers long and 50 kilometers wide, Anam Kalokol, meaning the sea of many fish, feeds not only the local market, but the regional market as far as the Democratic Republic of Congo, with exports of about 6,000 tons of fish every year originating from this water body. 2 kilometers from the shoreline, the scorching sun provides just enough heat to dry the fish. Some prefer to smoke fish in these makeshift structures for about 7 hours before packaging for sale. Peter Nachuch has been a fish trader for 22 years. He owns the largest fish store in Turkana town. In 2007, he withdrew the dry fish supply to the Kenyan market and opted to sell salted fish to traders from the Democratic Republic of Congo. On a good day, he could fetch profits of up to 300,000 shillings after every sale.
Kuna Kongo mara mbili, kuna Kongo ya sehemu za Kulumbashi, kuna Kongo sehemu za Bukavu. So tukaona hii biashara ya salted ndio iko na biashara vizuri, ambaye ukipata hiyo msamaki bei yake iko juu kuliko ya dry.
Mkongo mule muko tena samaki ya nyingi sana. Tanganyika sasa tunakataa kutoka kwetu kuja Tanganyika, ndio ya transport ya Tanganyika na kwetu, difficulty ya language, huko tuko msecurity.
These stacks are measured in kilos. This one could cost about 200,000 shillings, majorly composed of small-sized fish. Nachuch tells us the demand has been high. According to the Kenya Marine and Fisheries Research Institute, annual fish production at Lake Turkana hit 15,000 metric tons in 2021, topping the production in 2020, which stood at 12,000 metric tons. However, due to the increased demand to feed the export market, illegal fishing is widespread in this lake.
Hata ukiambia mtu hii net ni mbaya, utasikia simu nyingine tofauti, mtu anakupigia simu. Oh, ni nani? Na ukifika hapo ni shida tayari. Umeingia kwa kamba. Tayari tu unyamaze.
60 kilometers from the lake, still within Turkana Central Sub-County, the heat hangs over Katamat village as carcasses of livestock dot the dusty paths. At the home of 67-year-old Lokichan Lochan, he inspects the goats at his first wife's manyata. From a herd of 700 goats and 100 camels in October, the drought has decimated his wealth to 7 goats. He has no way to fend for his family.
Sijawahi kuona kiangazi kama hii tangu nisalue. Unaona hata mimi vile unaona mwili yangu nimekonda sana. Nilikuwa na nyama kwa mwili, kwa saizi mwili imeisha.
He has 3 wives, 5 children and 10 grandchildren. By this time, The boys should be out herding his expansive flock. But now, the family takes turns to break the shell of these wild fruits to alleviate the pangs of hunger. One of his wives struggles to scratch off the remaining bits of rice that they cooked 3 days ago. Despite living 60 kilometers from the lake, Mzelo Chan tells us pastoral communities here lack the knowledge on fish consumption.
Ile utendakazi ya samaki hatujui. Tuko na wakati nilikula. Kwa ile hali sijajua kukula ya samaki, wakati nilikula mafupa ikaingia kwa nini kwa hapa. So tangu siku hiyo nikaona siwezi kula tena samaki.
Watu wa reserve, mtu hawana ujuzi ya kufua bahari. So anaangalia kwa upande wa mali, mbuzi. Mbuzi sasa dalali ndio hii imemmaliza sasa mbuzi. So mtu anakosa njia ambaye atatu ya kujisaidika. So ndio unaona sasa njaa inafuma sana hapo kwetu Turkana.
According to research scientists, the Turkana community began the practice of fishing about 10,000 years ago. However, old habits die hard and cattle herding still takes prominence over fishing.
The Turkanas came to fishing as an alternative when their livestock became started dying due to severe droughts. And that is several years ago, and then they perfected the art of fishing. So mainly they like eating meat.
Numbers published by the Ministry of East African Community and ASAL indicate that 4.35 million Kenyans are in dire need of relief food, with 8 counties entering the alarm phase of drought. In Turkana County, an estimated 500,000 people have been affected by the extended dry spell, with the county leadership now saying that despite setting up blueprints in revitalizing irrigation using water from River Turkwell, it has set aside 100 million shillings to revamp fishing in Lake Turkana as it embarks on teaching communities to adapt alternative foods apart from livestock.
The education can just be given to people gradually. So it is not an instant thing that when we tell the pastoralists, let's go for fishing, they accept. So it is just a mental change of the people by ensuring that it's not as they believe.
For Mzelo Chan, at this point he is a drowning man and the only lifeline available is one that would need him to move away from his pastoral norm.
Tunaomba hata serikali tukipata maji tutaweka hata machamba ambayo tutakuza chakula. Kwa sababu kuona hii mchanga ya hapa yote ni mchanga ya rotuba ambayo kuweka chakula itawasalisha chakula. Kwa hivyo tunaomba serikali iweze kusaidia kwa hii njia.
For now, Turkana County exists like two sides of a coin, each bearing a different face from the next. As night falls here in Kapua location, Turkana County, at the homestead of Mzelo Chan, they prepare wild fruits for their empty stomachs, their hearts full of hope that the government will interlink the fish-rich Lake Turkana and the thousands of starving villages to save them from the biting effects of drought. Otieno, Citizen TV, in Turkana County.